We're just months away from the US election. So this shooting will have a political impact. Voters won't simply forget all this. They will be influenced by it. The question is how? How will they be influenced? Well, we can think of two ways. First is the optics. Saturday's event was caught on camera. It will add to the contrast between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. The president can barely string sentences together. Meanwhile, his rival brushed off a gunshot. And this picture sums it up. A bloodied Trump raising his fist and shouting repeatedly, "You may oppose him politically, but you cannot deny that that requires courage." The Trump campaign is already cashing in on it, like we just showed you. That picture has now been put on T-shirts. Some Republicans are getting it tattooed on their bodies. So clearly, it's a defining moment of this campaign. Secondly, it's an opportunity to reach new voters. You see, Trump supporters are highly loyal. They will always turn up and vote for him. But his problem has been the swing voters, people who are undecided on whom to support. That's where the shooting could help Donald Trump. He can use this incident to create an aura around him of strength, courage, and statesmanship. And this kind of messaging does help. There is precedent for it. In 1981, then US President Ronald Reagan was shot at. Unlike Trump, he was seriously injured, and immediately his approval rating shot up from 60% to 68%. So Trump could be looking to replicate that. He's not lashing out on social media. Instead, he's calling for unity. He has asked Republicans and Americans to stand strong and determined. Expect more of that tonight. Trump has arrived in Milwaukee for the Republican convention. Today, he will officially become the party's nominee for president. Now, a key part of the convention is the speech. And Donald Trump has apparently rewritten his. He's rewritten his speech. The new one will focus heavily on calls for unity, very statesmanlike. So I guess the plan is quite clear. Use the shooting to show a different side of Trump, a survivor who can unite and heal America. If it clicks, voters may forget the criminal convictions and trials. For the exact impact, it's hard to quantify, really. Opinion polls in the coming days should give us some clarity on how it has helped the Trump campaign. But some political experts have made assessments already, like Dick Morris, a former Democrat strategist. He says Trump could pull 10 to 15 points ahead of Biden. And what's the lead right now? Just 2 points. It could go up to 10 to 15 points. So the shooting could effectively decide this election. Which brings us to Joe Biden. How will he navigate this episode? Again, the strategy is quite clear. Biden delivered a rare speech from the Oval Office. He too called for unity. He wants to portray himself as America's healer-in-chief. But it's a tough sell. For starters, his own party is split. Many Democrats have asked Biden to step aside. 24 former lawmakers have written to the president. They're calling for an open Democratic convention. What's an open convention? What does it mean? It means that delegates can vote for whoever they want, possibly someone other than Biden. But the problem is time. The Democratic convention is slated for August 19th, and Biden remains defiant. He's planning to stay on in the race despite concerns. So let's recap where this election stands. Biden is unpopular and facing party rebellion. Meanwhile, his opponent, Donald Trump, has just survived an assassination attempt. On paper, it's a no contest. But Biden's advisors are still hopeful. They want to draw the focus to policy issues like abortion or health care or maybe even gun control. Trump has always rallied for gun rights. Can he still do that as a survivor of a shooting? Or will he tone down the rhetoric? All these questions will shape the election. The vote is still 4 months away, so a lot can change between now and November. Trump's speech tonight will offer us some clues. A sneak peek into how he will frame the assassination attempt.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
As the world warms, nature's sentinels will rise. As a billion hands will dig deep to write a new future for our planet.
Obviously today the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital.